Hey Jones Juniors, this is Miss Syed coming to you from my home office regarding some resources that we think students and parents and families would really benefit from. So I am sharing a document. We'll just walk through the different resources we have here. This will also be shared with you in Google Classroom, so you will have it for your reference. We started with listing just some general resources with the virtual and the remote learning going on right now. Chicago Connected high speed internet is, we've provided the link if you are looking for high speed internet and do not have access to it right now. Chicago is connecting families with that if needed. So the link is there for you. CPS also, as a district, has a list of resources that we've linked there if you need to look at that. And then safety hotlines if there's ever a concern with you or anyone else when it comes to child abuse, suicide, rape, any of those sort of emergency hotlines we've listed there. So please take a look if you need those resources. When it comes to more post-secondary planning resources as juniors, we have listed standardized testing websites. So some test prep websites that we've used in the past that we think are pretty good are listed there. Khan Academy, ACT, and the Princeton Review. There are other websites out there. So if you feel like those three aren't really working for you, we are going to continue to update this list. And so you can also reach out to your school counselor to see if anything else is out there. Test registration. So for College Board, for SAT and SAT subject tests, we've linked it there. That is the site you go to register for those tests. ACT is the ACT website. So that's where you would go if you wanted to register for the ACT. Some other standardized testing websites that are really important. Fair Test is a list of schools of colleges that are going test optional, and that list is growing because of the remote learning and the COVID pandemic. So I would definitely have juniors take a look at that. Even though you're not applying to school till the fall of next year, there are some colleges out there that understand that juniors still have that struggle for taking standardized tests during a pandemic, and therefore a lot of those schools have extended it for you for your first year of college as well. So take a look at that list. It's really great. And then some other websites and blogs in relation to standardized testing, schools that super score. And we will talk a lot more about what all this means in our seminars. A list of institutions that require SAT subject tests is also linked there. Some college research books. We try to update this list as often as possible. Just to highlight a few, we've listed a few there. The College Finder is a really great one. Rugg's Recommendations is a really great one. I definitely would take a look at these. If you're looking for a college that supports learning differences, that's a great book. So these are just a very few of the many out there if you do want to take a look at a physical book. College research websites. We will walk you through some of this stuff in seminar, but Naviance is the tool that we use to search for colleges. College Board has a really great tool for that. College Express is really good in that it gives you lists of schools. So like the best schools for computer science, it'll pull up a list of schools or the best schools in the Midwest or whatever list you want. They have over 800 lists in there. College Confidential, the Princeton Review has a college search. CAPEX has a college search. CPS has the Learn, Plan, Succeed program, and they offer some resources in regards to college research as well as all the other post-secondary planning options, which is military, employment, college, 4-year, 2-year. So all of that is listed in the Learn, Plan, Succeed link. For FAFSA, we've listed the FAFSA site, really because there are other FAFSA sites out there like FAFSA.com, which is actually not an accurate FAFSA site, so make sure that you don't go to that one. And so we've listed FAFSA for you there. Net Price Calculator is really a tool where students can go onto colleges' websites, look for the net price calculator. Every school is supposed to have one. And then go on there and type in your financial information, which remains confidential. And then it gives you a price. If you were to go to that college today with the income level of your family, this is what, and your GPA and your merit, this is what the college would expect you to pay. So it's pretty accurate. give or take some, but it gives the students a good idea of what they'd have to pay if they were going to that school. CSS profile is another financial document that some colleges require, and that's available on College Board. And then ISAC is a wonderful organization. It's the Illinois Students Assistance Commission that deals with financial aid on the state level, and they offer some really, really great resources. So I would definitely check that out. For scholarships, CPS Academic Works is really one that I want to highlight because that is a database for CPS students. And they have a couple hundred scholarships on there. And so that's a really, really, really highly recommended site to go to. CapEx, FastWeb, Naviance. Naviance lists, we list scholarships on there as the counseling team. So that's another really great place. And then College Greenlight is another scholarship database. Military, as I mentioned, is one of the post-secondary planning options. So we have some information around the ASVAB test, just information joining the military, finding a military recruiter in the area, and again, Learn, Plan, Succeed. Gives you some information about that as well. Some people want to take a gap year, which is great. And so we've listed some gap year programs there. And then also Learn, Plan, Succeed CPS has some websites for you and links, information for you. Service year, the Peace Corps is listed there. Service Year Alliance and Exchange, another great resource if you're interested in doing a service year. And then if you're interested in employment or an apprenticeship, again, CPS Learn, Plan, Succeed, just really plug that a lot because they do give some really great resources. And then Illinois WorkNet is another great resources if you are looking and planning to pursue a post-secondary option of employment. College essay support. There are many resources out there, but I really like the college essay guy. He does some free webinars for students around college essays. There are some paid opportunities to take classes and things with him as well, which aren't necessarily necessary because there are some free options on there as well. There's a guide for how to write a personal statement, which is free. And so I would check that out if you need us at College Essay Support. And again, these are all resources and things that we'll go into more detail with as you move through your junior year. But just kind of a list to have on hand if you wanted to take a look early on. And if you have any questions, please always reach out to your school counselor, and we are more than happy to help you. Again, we'll post this list on your Google Classroom, and so yeah, reach out if you need anything. I hope you find it helpful. Thanks.